Okay, this is another game where I kick Karl's ass. It's the second game we played immediately after the first one, which was the first ever time I commentated on a game, and I don't particularly think I've improved since. However, the quality of this commentary is going to be much better because there's actually going to be some video associated with it. I got some better software. There's me in the bottom right. I am again Nod, and I don't think Karl's changed his mind either. He is GDI in the top left there. He goes for a power plant straight away. I think he does improve his tactics a bit in this match. However, he still has a couple of fatal flaws, and we'll go through that in due course. Nothing much to say at this point, of course. Karl does do that rather interesting tactic of building the defensive structure and selling it just to get a very early infantry. And it is one of my failings at this early phase of the game, where I build a couple of infantry but don't even bother to do much with them for a short while, which means that it may be the case that he beats me to the center. This center with that superstructure there. I have noticed in many replays people don't tend to take it, but it is something that I do go for. You can see there with my saboteur is racing up and his infantry are racing down. Builds a second and third infantry unit. He's doing a little bit better this time round. He's not being so slothful, if that indeed is a word. I forget what I did with the infantry, to be honest. I'm clearly going for the middle. Karl gets me, but he takes over the building, therefore has a lot of leverage over me. Nonetheless, I still go towards the middle with my saboteur, pretty much giving him cover fire. Well, cover. I realise my chances are probably best realised if I occupy a building, and for quite a long while in this game, it's building versus building combat down at that part of the map. Nonetheless, it does open up my vision a bit so I can see what's coming, but whether or Karl sends anything is another question. Not that the first thing was a question. Like the last game, my tactics never change. I go for the bike rush. I send up more units just to establish my foothold here at this side of the map, which is my side. Karl's got some units, but he doesn't occupy the building fully. He just leaves them there. I, however, do take over the EMP control center. Built a crane again. I can't remember if we did it last match, but I do often think that building a crane is a mistake in this game, because at the early phase you don't have much money, and to waste it on a crane when 1 minute later you can't build anything else anyway because you've run out of money, it is a bit of a waste. Nonetheless, some people do swear by it. I win that part of the map. Now I've got my bikes, and as soon as I get my third one, I'm out of my base and on my way to his. It's quite a large map this, so it does take a long while to traverse it. This is one reason why having bikes is a particularly good thing, but as the game progresses and the better but slower units come out, it can take a while to fully mobilize them and get them into Karl's base. Therefore, it has to be said the key in this map is taking as many buildings as possible, or at least scouting it out effectively, just so that you know what's coming. Believe it or not, at this phase I don't know exactly where Karl is, but I'm guessing, and guessing correctly, it seems that he's in the top left. I rally my units in that location. A bit more building to building combat here. Not quite sure who's going to win this one, but I would suggest it's the one with the rockets. Me. It's an early harassment. I keep forgetting that Karl has rocket harvesters. They are an early target. Not many buildings you can destroy so early. I don't think I'll win this particular combat. I'm going to lose. The good thing about this game compared to the last, there is fighting in a lot of places a lot of the time. Except perhaps take my phrase, a lot of places, and replace it with the word one place. It's not the most exciting match, but it is a bit more eventful than the last one. Karl's learned his lessons in the 20 minutes he had between the last one and this one. With so many different types of structures, it's hard to determine what Karl's going for at this phase. I don't think I even know what he's building, because I have nothing up there. My bikes would still have some uncoverage of this area. For some unknown reason, he doesn't command his rocket harvester to get back to work. Nothing much to speak of at this point. I'm still getting my economy up to speed. I'm pretty heavy on building the refineries and the harvesters. Karl just goes for refineries. Now refineries are particularly expensive even though they come with a harvester. And it's a complete waste if you have a spare harvester and don't do anything with it. It remains to be seen whether or not I ever use that EMP control center. This saboteur is coming down to take that defensive structure next to my expansion, just in case Karl decides to attack me. Up go the tanks. Again, it takes quite a while to get up there. So what we see in this map quite often when people play is that people change their minds while their tanks or whatever are in transit. I've already got a few tanks up there. Not quite sure how it took so long for the others. I'm building all sorts of units myself because I'm still not sure what Karl's going to do to me. Karl's now in a position to build some pretty powerful units with that tech center. And interestingly, I don't have a tech center. I concentrate on getting units out there. I consider the ability to defend myself more important than teching up too quickly. If I had destroyed his harvester, although it doesn't really matter because it's not doing anything, so it has the same effect. His economy does tank quite a bit at this stage. He's only got 2 harvesters doing anything. You can see how he's not building anything. Well, he is building something, but it's stalling quite often there. He's just not getting enough resources per second. Again, I'm building stuff I'm not quite sure. I'm not building anything consistently. I'm just going for all sorts of stuff. I'm going for the core missiles upgrade. It's a necessary upgrade if you're going to build stealth tanks. Hint, hint.